Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. How are you guys doing today? I hope everyone has a great time so far. Let's just give it some time for the rest of the people to turn on their sound, their screens. So we will be ready to start. How is trading going, guys? Any exciting opportunities for you so far? Please feel free to share any tradings, any pairs or any assets you are currently trading or would you like to see today beyond those we are analyzing together. I think many people joined so far, so we are ready to get started. Before we go to see the news events, please guys, make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel so you can get all the notifications when we upload any video, when we go live. Also on the Instagram account to get all the reels and all the posts, and also on the Telegram so you don't miss any important event. I just type all the good morning, guys. Good morning. I just type all the social media address for you. So without saying more about that, analyze crude oil, please. Bitcoin, definitely. Hans Angelo, XTI USD. Euro Swiss collar, I assume. Good morning, Raquel. Okay, so let's go to the other screen. So we want to, this one here. So today is Wednesday, the last day of the month, also the last trading day of the month, and we do have some major news events, especially coming from the Europe side. One of the most important is the inflation rate. We expect it in just a few hours. So 8.9%, 9%, the increase now. Is it rising inflation, good or bad? Depends for the economy, because they slow down the economy and it's like they want people to save money. On that side, for them is good, but for the consumer is bad because the prices are just exploding to the roof. So if we see the number coming as the forecast, so most likely on the next meeting we will see possibly some interest rates rise in the Europe as well. Later on in Canada, we have this GDP growth rate annualized from 3.1% to 4.4%. Can give some lift to the Canadian dollar, although we see on the chart that it's just a bit weak. And tomorrow, we're going to have the unemployment rate in the Euro. So, and the ISM manufacturing PMI in the US. Any number stays above the mark of the 50 is considered as bullish for the US dollar, but we experience inconsistent US dollar bullishness. So, and when we go to the chart, guys, you will see as well that the US dollar is keep outperforming, and some good opportunities came yesterday, although we weren't around to take it. We didn't have a live session to go through. If you were around and you took it, that will be amazing. I will show you on the charts. And in regards to the Friday, remember that we have the non-farm payroll events, one of the most important event for Forex traders. It creates so much volatility in the market. So we will see what will happen. They forecast to have some drop in the number, but if they actually, it's going to confirm the forecast, and we will see that the US dollar is going to depreciate at least for that moment. So Premium Analytic Portal, today's top headlines: China's manufacturer PMI raises, but the factory activity is still in contraction. Fed's John Williams says rates will stay high for a while. The focus is to bring at 2% the inflation back to what considered as normal. It's somewhere around 2%. So short-term interest rates above 3.5% and holding there. That's what they believe. But guys, you have to understand that when they are printing money just out of nowhere, and the inflation, it's a bit difficult to be controlled by the interest rate increases alone. So I'm not very convinced that this, and that's my personal opinion, I'm not very convinced that this can bring down the inflation to 2%. Then we have the Bank of Japan broad member pledge to continue monetary easing. UK retail prices rose to record high in August, and here is the number. Prices rose 5.1% in August. In July, rose 4.4%. Ukraine tries to make Southern offensive a turning point in war, and HP Hewlett-Packard warns of slowing business spending as PC sales sag. Okay, these are the major events. For now, let's go to the MT5 platform. Let's start with the pound. So, pound still in a downtrend. We had this bearish engulfing here. If you are following constantly my webinars, and also you watch the videos I do about the price action and trending and all this stuff, you should know that in a downtrend as we are, bearish engulfing, retesting a level of resistance like this moving average, the 9 moving average, it's a good sell signal. So we are still in a downtrend. Any pullbacks on the 4-hour, we said we can utilize them to the downside. Yesterday we had this lucrative bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hour chart, and you could take it at 4 p.m. EST time. So that will be a good entry. The market, let's analyze that and why it was a good entry, because the market, it's in a downtrend. So that's the first point, trending. The second point, the market shows this impulse move, which it's a strong move to the downside, and then it pull back, retest this support zone here. Previously was a support zone and now act as resistance. So pull back, retest here, and one more confirmation is the fib retracement. For those you are using fib retracement, if we take our fib, we have this 38.2, and as I said, I don't used to take trades from the 38.2. So for me, the fib at this market wasn't the case, but because we had these EMAs deviated from each other, and then the strong bearish engulfing candle, that was good enough reason. So a short trade there. On the 1 hour chart, it was more favorable reward to risk, because on the 4 hour chart here, we could target around this area. But on the 1 hour chart, we had this double top bearish engulfing combination with a pin bar. You see it rejected the higher prices, close below, an entry here, stop above here, about 26, 27 pips, and target 85 pips. So that was a 3-to-1 trade. For today, the market is still making lower highs and lower lows. So it's bearish, this market. It's just moving to the downside, and we just look to sell. Euro came up to this support, and then we start around this area. We had this bearish pin bar here right on support, and few sessions ago, I remember I clearly told you about another currency pair which we had the bearish pin bar right on support, and I clearly stated that it's one of the most important misleading market information, because on support, if we don't have a close below the support, it means sellers are not there. So it's just this pin bar gives the buyers better opportunities to buy. So that wasn't the case to start selling here right on support. If this market is going to push lower, and that's because of the strength of the US dollar, then that's another story. We can start looking for sales. But right here, right now, on support, we don't see any willingness from the sellers to push the market lower. So we just don't try to sell. USDJPY. We said that if we're going to see a close above this area here, then we can start buying on the lower time frames, because the daily chart doesn't give us enough favorable reward to risk ratio. So we could start buying on the lower time frames and target this area here. That's still in play. USDCHF. We said that if we're going to break above and close above this support, which act previously as resistant, now we're going to start looking for longs. And 2 days ago, it was some more opportunities on the 1 hour chart to, and I think that was on the 4 hour chart we take. No, that was here, the double bottom on the 1 hour chart with this triangle formation. This triangle formation gave one opportunity in the Asian session, bullish engulfing, and another bullish engulfing right on at the London Open. So these were lucrative opportunities if you were around and trade them. We took this trade here. I wasn't around there, but here definitely. So that was a good 3-to-1 trade. And guys, the way I'm trading, it's the way I'm teaching you and the way I present it on all my webinars. And please make sure you go and watch the webinar I've done for the triangle patterns, head and shoulders, etc., and the trend, how we enter in the market based on the price action. Let's move on. So for now, we said that we are still bullish. Of course, the market can retrace a little bit, but basically, if buyers, the buyers, they show strength, so we can find opportunities and target this area here. Aussie US dollar. We have this sort of reaction around this support. Now it's unclear where the market it's in a downtrend or in a sideways move. In general, Australian dollar shows some strength, so it's not that clear at this moment. At this moment for this pair, there are other like the New Zealand, the Kiwi. It's much more clear because we talked about these low points here. We wait for the close of the candle, which we have the close candle. It's a question came from zone to zone. You don't wait to candle close below wick. Yes, definitely I wait for candle to close below wicks, but I'm very supportive of the line charts, because the line charts, they show the close price. And as I said for the Kiwi, after we see this impulse move to the upside and we see this strong, longer volume here on the downside, and we see this lower low, then we can start looking for shorts up to this level here, definitely. So we have this area of support and the market can retest it, and then we will see what will happen. But we said after this close here, then we start looking for shorts. Yesterday we had, few days ago, we had this strong close on the daily chart, and yesterday we had some opportunities on the pullback. If you go down to the 4-hour chart, you can see it clearly, but the opportunity was on the 1-hour chart. So we have this lower low. From here we clean up these lows, the market pull back. If we draw the FIB, we can see that we have the 50 and 61.8% clearly in place. So on the 1-hour chart, we had this nice bearish engulfing candle combination with rejection, the tail here. We entered there, we have our stop here. Until here, we had 2.5 to 1 reward to risk. So everything was as per the checklist I shared with you guys. We have market make an impulse move. So we have downtrend here, lower lows and lower highs. Then we have horizontal resistance, which it was this area here. Last swing broken, market retesting it as resistance. Then we can, if you are trading trend lines, we didn't have any exact touch on the trend line, but with the moving averages, we had it. So, and also the FIB, another confirmation you can use, it's the FIB rejected the 61.8 and closes below. So we had lots and lots and lots of confirmation. And of course, the last one, it's the strong price action, which it was here. So for today, we are still looking most likely for some rejection here, if we can find some opportunities to the downside. Good morning to those who join us now. Let's have a look at the gold. The gold is still making lower highs and lower lows. I hope, guys, you didn't got intimidated by this pin bar here and you start looking for buys. We said that we are in a downtrend, and unless we have trending higher highs and higher lows, we do not look to buy. So the market is still trading lower. We have this support here. It can retest this area here before we can see some major reaction. DAX, another great opportunity on the DAX yesterday. Remember, after we saw this close here, I told you that usually the bearish engulfing candles, the long bearish engulfing candles, usually they are retraced about 50% before they're gonna resume their downwards activity. If we go to the 4-hour chart, we had this sort of rejection here aligned with the last swing. We had also the FIP rejection, 61.8. So we had all the four confluence factors. So this one was our entry yesterday. On the 1 hour chart, I wasn't looking for this one because this one was good enough for me to enter. So Bitcoin, US dollar. So what's that one? Yeah, for today, it's still, we are still in a selling mode. We are still bearish here because the market is just making lower highs and lower lows. So we are still looking to sell and target somewhere at this area. Bitcoin USD, still in a downtrend. We see that the market is making lower lows and lower highs. So we are looking for shorts, either with EMAs, trend lines. We have some rejection here at the trend line. Any 4 hour strong price action or 1 hour, you see this bearish engulfing pin, this bearish engulfing candle. If it's going to close in 8 minutes here, and then if this apply with your strategy, for example, if you have your FIB retests, so this pin bar bearish engulfing retest the 38.2, but daily is down. 4 hour is not down, so it's moving sideways. So maybe that's not one of the best and easiest trades to take, but we will see what it will happen. Still bearish implications. Swiss JPY, we got rejected yesterday, so from this resistance, so the market can experience some pullback at the least around this level here, if not lower. Okay, so from a technical perspective, that's what we have now. And the only way to participate in this market, for me at least, it's to see some sort of strong confirmation. This sideways move here, it's definitely not enough for me. USD CAD, yesterday we had this bullish engulfing, strength in the market. US dollar very strong, CAD very weak. We can see the market retest this level here. If a strong price action pullback, then we are trying to buy to the upside. Let's find the Euro CHF. I do not have it here because some people ask about the Euro CHF. So finally, we broke above this trend line. Market, it shows some strength on the 4 hour. We have nice higher highs and higher lows. We do have resistance somewhere here. So if you are trading to the upside, you consider that this is a resistance, and also this one here, it's stronger resistance. If I was trading this one here, I will make sure that when the market approach here, I protect my trade. Okay, just not to be caught at any surprises. But it's still bullish, at least until we see what will happen here in this market. EURGBP on the daily chart, finally we broke higher than this point here, that this swing. So now we can start, if we see some sort of rejection here, maybe on the 4 hour charts, double bottom, or a long pin bar, long tail pin bar, something like this, we can start looking for longs, and we can target this area here, which is the last swing in the market. Okay, guys. Any other XTI hands? Hans, you asked about a pair. Can you please make sure that the pair you asked, it's on the MT5 platform, the way you type it here? Thank you. Good morning. Some people, they came now. Euro, Catalina asked EURGBP. Let's go to have a look at the euro pound. We broke, as we said, as well here above this trend line. Now the market make a new high. So this is very, very bullish. Right now we are in a retracement. For me, this let's find it. So for me, I want to see the price remains above this area here, because that's a strong resistance. We see that from here, the market create a new lower low. So it's a strong swing. Maybe we're going to see sellers taking in control, but on the 4-hour chart, we have this higher high. If we see some sort of reaction here, or we remain above this area, the 0.8520, then it's definitely still buying opportunity for me. But as a price action trader, I'm looking for solid price actions without many obstacles. Now, for price action traders, we have so many opportunities here. We can focus. This is not as clear as the other one. Crude oil. Yesterday we put this nice bearish engulfing bearish engulfing candle. Previously we had this bearish engulfing. The market tried to push higher. Sellers stepped in yesterday. They made around 4%. It was 4% down the crude. So we will see if sellers, they're gonna keep their pressure to the downside and retest this level here, which is the $85. To be more accurate, let's just put 85 here. Then, good morning, Theo. While trading on MT4, can one take out profit on a trade without closing? Yes, Ellen, definitely you can do that. If you go modify position, you can close partial trade. So take profit. There is a way, I'm not sure exactly right now, but I know 100% Ellen that you can take partial profits. Yes, on MT4, on MT5. Cola, is there a head and shoulder on 4-hour Euro Swiss already break and waiting for a retest? Let me check. Euro Swiss head and shoulder on the 4-hour. We don't have any head and shoulder here. We have higher highs and higher lows. I don't know if you are referring to something in longer term, but no, we don't. What do we have here? It's a possible inverse head and shoulder, like this one here. The market is making this move, lower low. We break this high. If we see the market come here and retest and have a rejection, then we can say that we have a well-formed inverse head and shoulder likely to play off. But we are a long way before this to happen. Okay, so for now I don't see any head and shoulder. All right, guys, anything else you want to, you are welcome, Catalina. Anything else you would like to see today before we wrap up? Any other pair, any other market? I don't see any other questions. All right, guys, I will wrap up for now. Please keep an eye on all these opportunities possibly we're going to have for today. There are many pair. I hope you gain a lot of value from this webinar as well. Please make sure you like the video on the YouTube. As I said many times, we put so much effort to bring this content to you and the preparation, and it will be appreciated. A thumbs up and follow us on YouTube as well. So for those who joined through the Zoom, please make sure you answer the questions later on. You leave us, sorry, not the questions, you leave us a feedback about the sessions. Okay, so have a happy trading day ahead. Thank you so much for your participation. I really appreciate your time as well. That's all from me for now. So I'm looking forward to see you on Friday, same time. Bye, everyone. Say Raquel is, sorry, not survey. I think it's the comment. So let me take a screenshot of that and I will forward it so we make sure that everything works properly. Thank you. Thank you.